Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We are here and we are on the cusp of some midweek action. Fist bumps to you all. We're here for a wee bit of midweek deadline action. And guys, I've got a day. I have got a day packed out. By the way, we have got a massive midweek in store. Champions League football tonight and tomorrow. As well as Europa and Europa Conference on Thursday, and we've got teams flying out everywhere. We've got so much going on. We've got a lot of predicted lineups to go through for all those competitions in the live stream today as we huddle towards the Sorare Fantasy Football midweek deadline. If you're joining us live and loud, get into the live chat, smash the like button, and let me know what you're going after this game week as we look at the latest of news that we've got for all the teams that we're expecting to see for this game week, who could be the winners and losers, and all that good stuff as well. But I've actually been invited, guys. Celtic have reached out to Satara here and they've requested yours truly to go down to the new Celtic Superstore opening and interview Callum Osmond and Johnny Kenny. So I've got a bit of an afternoon. We've also got a lot of MFL Cup action today as well. So it's going to be all systems go, really. And then we've got the football tonight, and then we've got tomorrow, and yada yada. Before you know it, it'll be Thursday and Friday all over again. So there's tons of stuff to get stuck into. I recorded a comment video, which you should keep your peepers open for as well on the channel. It'll probably, maybe it'll be out Saturday the way things are going, but hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, get into the live chat. If you're watching this after we've been live, obviously jump into the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling coming into this midweek, because we have the good and the great of European football coming back. Last midweek it was all about the domestics. This midweek it comes back to the continentals, and we've got a lot of these lineups getting updated in the last couple of minutes, in the last couple of hours. So as we get closer to the deadline, we're getting pretty much hot off the press intel here, and we'll just run through these teams as we take them. I've built and deleted Champions League teams about 3 or 4 times. I'm quite set with my Europa League teams and All-Star, like the global ones. I've not, I've kind of toyed with them. We'll see how we get on with all that. But let me know what you're doing. Are you going after Arena? Are you risking D1s? Are you going after reclaiming D1s? You know, what's going on? You got hot streaks on the go as well. Are you skipping them? Are you taking them? What's going on? So the first one we've had here recently updated is Olympiacos PSV. My boy Gasarowski's in at centre backs. That's the main thing I care about, really. But all the big hitters for PSV are playing. Dennis Mann, Perisic, Saibari, who's getting some really big links at the moment on the timeline. Gus Till and Ricardo. Well, you probably would fancy Ricardo Pepe if he was playing here, but Gus Till maybe isn't quite big hitter. I'm a big Gelson Fernandez fan. Daniel Podence can definitely be effective in a game like this. Francisco Ortega, there's a throwback of a name for sure. Olympiacos at home, definitely not without their own threat. PSV, that's an interesting game actually. If PSV get a good result, that's a good stack to maybe have up your sleeve. I kind of feel the same way about Benfica, by the way. They're at home to Leverkusen, and Benfica have Champions League swagger. They've got Jose Mourinho in the dugout. The squad is strong, the squad is going well, and you know, Leverkusen just get smashed by Bayern. The squad's going well. You know, they've done a bit better than I've maybe gave them credit for in recent weeks. But, you know, it's not vintage Leverkusen, far from it. It's probably kind of where I would rest on that one. So an interesting game. I could see Benfica with a wee cheeky Jose Mourinho 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, you know, a wee game like that. Enzo Baranachea, Sudakov, all eyes on them from me. Big Trubin. Again, Trubin's great for a clean sheet in a game like this. Trubin loves Champions League football. Trubin is made for Champions League football. Yeah, that's a good going. High AA potential. Might backfire, but it's just how I feel when I look at it. Juve take on Sporting Lisbon, or Sporting Club de Portugal. And Poete was the hero at the weekend, smashing 100, wasn't he? So him, Trincao and Jenny lead the front line with Ioannidis. Now, I don't think Ioannidis... Oh no, sorry, I don't know why I thought they were playing a Greek team. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he played Champions League football last year. If not, he got a good run in Europa. He had a wee bit of European exploits somehow, somewhere last year. So going to Turin, big game for all these guys. Good stage to show themselves out. Juve can lose games like this. They've really got that in them. Spalletti as manager, has he been there long enough to change anything? If somebody's going to, you've got to think it's Spalletti. Kostic back into the picture is exciting. Coop Miners in at centre back. Is that cheat code or is that mental? Contrast Saltida, good to see you. Cameron, Mikey Basson as well, good to see you. Afternoon, Quinny, still playing Common this weekend. How did your MFL games go last night? I think I won them all except for the Academy game. I think we lost that. But I rotated everywhere because today's the day for all my teams. But yeah, I think I won them all actually, which was good. I'll kind of get to that later, but thanks for asking. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we won them all. We're in good fettle. Cup quarterfinals for 3 teams tonight. Buzzing for it, or this afternoon I should say. Vlahovic, Yildiz. Again, Yildiz loves Champions League. I could see him. He's good for a 70 plus. He loves a dribble. He loves taking people on. And if he gets his decisive, yeah, he's good for a 70 and above. Ajax, Galatasaray. This is what Champions League's kind of about in a lot of ways to me, certainly anyway. 2 kind of clashes of the different powers across European football, kind of striding to break into that top tier. Both spent big in their own ways. Gluck is in the building. David Klaassen is definitely a bit of a cool customer in this regard. Pasveer, the pensioner, in the net as well. Kikir, formerly linked to Celtic, now at Galatasaray. Davison Sanchez, we all know what Singo and Jacobs, 2 former Monaco players, are all about. Gabriel Sara, Leroy Sané, Victor Osimhen. Galatasaray, man. They should do well in this one. Ajax have not been that great, but, you know, Big Woot, you wouldn't put a goal or 2 past him. And with the supporting cast, like, you know, this has been an interesting one for sure. If you had to watch it on the TV, I wouldn't be disappointed. Villarreal probably have the game of the weekend, but they're away to Paphos. Now, I'm pretty sure they've got David Luiz playing for them and maybe some other characters like that. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. Sadly, my 2 guys don't look like they're going to be starting. No Nicolas Pepe, no Molero, but Manor Solomon back in. Tejan Buchanan retains his spot. Rafa Marin probably comes back in for Vega. Luis Jr. holds his spot. That's good for me to see. You know, not many changes, but they make changes for this one. And away to from Villarreal. I think that'll be a good game for them. If you've got, who's playing? Olawisi. I can't say that name, sorry. Tani, we'll call him. Oh, Ayose could be good. Solomon's a guy that spikes. Like, yeah, Solomon could be wild. Solomon could be wild. Now, I used to have a Solomon. I've got a little, or no, I don't anymore. I used to have a little Shakhtar collection with like Solomon and Trubin in it back in the day. I don't think I've got any. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, I've got a Sudakov. Not sure I have any other in to him. I don't even know if that's worth even thinking about. Don't know if these have just been taken off the market. £7 classic isn't bad for the midfielder. Does he have a forward card? I think forward would be interesting for him as well. No, only mids. I don't know why I thought he had forwards. Maybe there's just no forwards on available for sale. I might think about that, by the way. £7 even. Yeah, there's 2 bots. So depending on how many people are watching this show, maybe the 4 moves on me, but that could be really good. It's a mid though, so I'll need to keep that in mind. But even Perez, there's other candidates in here that could smash. Somebody like Comasana could smash in a game like this. Rafa Marin will be good to use. Even Sergio Cardona. There's a lot of really good players in that Villarreal team for this midweek. Liverpool, Real Madrid, man, this is huge in so many ways. Jude back in the building. Arda Güler, Xabi Alonso, former Liverpool manager, former Champions League final 1,000 times over. Trent Alexander-Arnold in the building as well. Never mind everything that's going on with Liverpool in particular. Marmadashvili going to play this one. And again, he was somebody else thinking maybe should I be DJing with. But no, not quite there. Robbo looks like he's coming in, but so maybe I'll think about using him. Camavinga also expected to play. And again, Camavinga is like Champions League aura for sure, man. I think, yeah, I'm a big Camavinga guy, as you know. And I think Champions League is where he's just everything, man. He's just everywhere, all over the pitch. Doesn't put a foot wrong. This will be a great game as well. Could be low scoring, but I think it will be high octane. Could be high scoring as well, you know. Marseille Atalanta should be goals galore, you would think. CDK Lookman in support of Kristovic, taking on Matt O'Reilly in the number 10 spot. This could be really good, by the way. Vermeeren has kind of been threatening to break into the team. Looks like he's done that now. No Aguerd, which is sad for me, but Pavard and centre back is probably for the best. Greenwood, Aubameyang and Paixão can all find the back of the net. This is going to be this is high scoring. I just don't see any way around it, to be honest with you. I think Marseille will probably get the win. I'm a bit biased with the O'Reilly. I'm just not a big fan of the Atalanta manager. I forget precisely who it is right now. I just seen Pioli get sacked earlier today, which is just hilarious because Pioli is just one of these big pretenders, isn't he? PSG Bayern, another heavyweight clash. Kavicha, Barcola and Meulu to lead the line. No Dembele, no Desiree Doué. Very interesting. Jon Snow, Vitinha and WZE, Warren Zaire-Emery. In midfield, full strength back four, Chevalier in goals, pricks itself. And yeah, Gnabry getting the nod here in the 10 spot. Pavlovic and Kimmich protecting the defence. Stanisic hasn't really been playing much if he comes in at right back. Limer's been just Mr. Utility, hasn't he? Really interesting game, this one. And maybe with this blunted PSG attack, does Harry Kane just show up, Kane and Olise, and just take PSG to the cleaners? I wouldn't rule it out, by the way, but like Mendes is unreal now. Hakimi is undeniable. The midfield is Ballon d'Or level, as we know. And they still have guys that can have the X factor, you know. Upamecano loves a mistake. Ta is definitely not beyond question. So yeah, not a foregone conclusion, but you know, quite open, you know, you would say, I think, wouldn't you? What goalkeeper do you think starts for Scotland? I think it'll be Gordon, but if it's not going to be Gordon, it's Bain. I think it'll be Gordon. Tottenham Copenhagen's on screen. Jordan Larson's playing. Chips, Cheese and Pussy. El Yunusi. Jonosuke Suzuki in the building as well. Katarski. I like this little Copenhagen stack. Victor Claesson leading the line as well. Is good fun. Tottenham at home, but I should smash them, if we're being honest. Like SO5 wise in particular. I've got a new doggy to give away. Somebody has won it. So if you're a channel member, make sure to check your notifications. I might need to check that and give it away pronto if someone doesn't claim it. I don't want it going unused. But Tottenham at home at Copenhagen, I would be using my Xavi Simons, I think, with some good confidence. Brennan Johnson, Mr. Europa League final himself, I would play him with some confidence. Maybe not team one, but you know, he can certainly use that forward card, especially the defence as well. I think you can see Pedro Porro score really well. And depending on how set pieces go, the centre-backs love a bit of it too. But Copenhagen, yeah, they could be the upset team, but I think Tottenham probably have too much for them. Odobert doesn't really get a mention, but he's there at the start as well. Inter at home at Kairat, this should be a smash, but they are rotating quite considerably. Francesco Esposito and Bonnie, who doesn't have a card, are playing. Full strength full backs, but a change in midfield. No Kalinoglu. Zielinski doesn't make the start. Sucic has been a bit of the talk of the town. Full strength defence. Yeah, Inter defensive stack will be wild. 1,000 passes and a clean sheet. Dual success will be through the roof, you would imagine also. Napoli, Frankfurt screams goals galore as well, by the way. Two teams that just will attack. No Billy Gilmore, no De Bruyne obviously at the moment, no Lukaku yet either. So Napoli not at full strength, but still looking really good. We're big Vanya fans. Vanya's a big match goalkeeper. Zetterer will definitely be up for this. And Frankfurt, you just know what they're all about. Mario Götze, nice veteran to kind of play in this situation. Knauf and Burkhardt, we know what they're all about. Really difficult game to call, even for like SO5 purposes. This game could be terrible. Like this could just be a wash of fetties, you know, a game like this. Nobody really keeps a hold of the ball. Nobody really gets that many chances together. Equally, somebody wins it, different story. Obviously, decisives reign in. I really like the Frankfurt team front to back. I'm not a big fan of the CMs, potentially, even Götze. I think that's a bit of a weak point. Big Zambo can be good. Lobotka back in the building, and McTominay. I've now got a McTominay, so he could probably do alright in attacking midfield for De Bruyne. Bit more goal dangerous all of a sudden, isn't he? Arsenal Slavia is up there with Villarreal for me, but in terms of like big match, Mikel Merino at centre forward is an absolute painting to me right now. Mosquera as well on the start is beautiful. I'm so happy if Arsenal are going to do this. Just means my guys are just way more playable, so that's fantastic. I can definitely prioritise them. No harm at Slavia Prague, but I still think that Arsenal team is way too good for them. And Mikel Merino loves a hat-trick in a game like this, so he's a Team 1 candidate for me. Bodo at home at Monaco, you just can't write Bodo at home off against anyone, but the Monaco midfield are power scorers. Golovin is probably a big scorer in a game like this, and I can see Balogun, you know, one of these guys in support maybe ripping it as well. Interesting game. I've got no idea how it's going to go, but Monaco have certainly got the ingredients here for a massive stack. If they were to, even a draw potentially, if there's enough goals involved, Monaco could still score really well. Maybe a different case for the goalkeeper, but kind of everyone else. Man City Dortmund. Haaland is just in robot mode, and this is Revenge Club, our former club, and he's at home. Haaland. I'm a big fan of Guardiola in general. I think this game maybe suits him. I don't think the likes of Bayer and Adeyemi, they're good and stuff. I'm a big fan of Adeyemi in particular. Love the midfield and the Mecha Sabitzer, of course, but or maybe the midfield might do pretty well actually, because Reinders and Nico are, they're Man City players, right? But they're not miles out, they're not destroying the Mecha and Sabitzer. Foden Wild and Bernardo Wild, but is the kind of the thing that tips the scale, I think, for City in attack. Doku taking on someone like Ryerson, maybe even Anselmo. Yeah, I think this is going to be good for City. Do City keep a clean sheet? Donnarumma, this is the game he does it. Nico O'Reilly continuing to smash in that left back spot. I think City do well here, but I don't think it's one-way traffic. I don't know, I've just got a feeling that Big Jurassic, I think the midfield battle might be alright for Dortmund. They'll turn the ball over well enough, and Nemeka is also a former club situation. Sabitzer, I'm a big fan of. Maybe I'm biased. No Schlotterbeck is huge, but he will travel. I don't know why, but he's going to travel. Bernie Silva, I might use him. I think he could be... Bernie Silva loves Champions League as well. I could see him doing well. Bruges against Barca now. I just have a feeling that Barca smashed Bruges, personally. Bayern just smashed them in the last game. And I know everyone loves Bruges and the kind of football, especially SO5, but like Moneyball, scouting spheres and all that, because their transfer business is commendable. But Barca in the Champions League Yamal is starting Fermin. They see this game as stat padding, Now, it's not going to be like that. I think Bruges are a very good team at home, not to be written off, but that is how these guys approach this game. If I scored 2 goals a night, that really makes up for that game I didn't score, or gets me going for the season, whatever it could be. Ferminator is absolutely living his best life right now. Ferran Torres, the shark. Lewandowski did the pre-match media, so 60-40 is probably actually 50-50 for Ferran and Louis, so I would just flavour that into your thinking, decision making, whatever. Garcia could smash in this. Koundé could smash in a game like this. FDJ, I think, has got a big chance to smash as well. I'm a big Barca fan in this one. Away from home, I think gives them the platform to get a lot of all around in this one. We've got Atletico and USG. Again, this could be great for Atletico, because I think they would dominate the ball in a game like this, and USG will try and just nick them. All Blacks in a good bit of form, and if they play in a team like this with Almada, Simeone, Baena and Spider-Man, no Griezmann, which is a shame for me. None of my guys actually at all. I don't think I've got any exposure to this except for Llorente and Lenormand and Oblak, of course. But again, this could be a good 3-0. Atletico Madrid have been really bad in the Champions League so far this year, and they'll be looking at this is not just 3 points, but a kind of rescue mission match almost, to get their season going. So I can see them really pulling out all the stops and going for that, even with changes in the team. I think Newcastle do well here. I don't think Athletic Club are a team to be feared, especially if this is a lineup. Really, I think Newcastle are in a great space right now. Jacob Ramsey, I think, is a great player. It'll be interesting to see how he does in a game like this. Defence back to full strength. Front three's brilliant. No Ballon d'Or Jacob Murphy, so he comes off the bench second half and wins the game if they've not done it already. Bruno Tonali, Walter Mada Gordon. There's a really strong Newcastle stack here, I think. Champions League is looking good, by the way. And in the last game we've got is Qarabag Chelsea. In the Chelsea team, JP looks to be going into the 10 spot. Santos and Lavia in the engine room. Back four is much changed. Jorgensen in goal. Liam Dunlap leading the line with Gittins and Estevao out wide. That's how it sits right now. Champions League looks pretty good. Let me know what you're thinking yourself. Are you back in a team stack? Are you mixing it up a little bit? I might have a wee look at my own Champions League teams now before I look at Europa League and get my head all muddled. Because I've been deleting them and redoing them and everything. European champions all seasons. Yeah, I've not done... Yeah, I deleted them all good. So goalkeeper wise, yeah, Luis Jr., if he's playing, I like him a lot. But Oblak at home, I think, just takes it. Because I think USG could easily not score in that game. I really like Guardiola because he's very DA capable. And I think City will probably dominate the ball against Dortmund. If we look at Champions League Guardiola, Villarreal, 70... Oh, yeah. Guardiola loves Champions League. You know, PSG and Real Madrid is where he's killed it. But yeah, Guardiola loves a bit of Champions League. You know, maybe some games aren't always brilliant, but... yeah, he likes enough of them for me. Guardiola has to be a top tier guy, kind of regardless, I think. But I've got Gasarowski away to Olympiacos. He could be alright. We've got Ta Botman. I think Botman could do great. Mosquera. I think Trippier is probably the play, but because with set pieces and, you know, I think Trippier is probably a solid shout here. And we're getting All Black and Trippier back together. Long-standing subscribers of the channel will know that is just football heritage at this channel, really. As is Bruno Guimaraes, by the way, who I think if I'm going to play in this team, I just need to put him on this side of the pitch, don't I? Just to keep those boys together, just like the old times. But who else could be the midfield? I like FDJ a lot. No Caicedo, so he would have been a stick on. We do like Bernie. Bernie's quite good. Oh, Marino. Marino's top pick in midfield. And then, yeah, Bruno. This team's boss, by the way. Who have we got up front? Sané or Doku is kind of the picks. Don't mind Doku. Wish we had Rafi. We could go Lewandowski on the hunch that he starts the game. He's only 40% on this because, like, on Sorare Inside, they can't do 50-50. It has to be 60-40. But I'm fairly certain Lewandowski's doing the pre-match media for it. Can we see... These guys sometimes do Champions League. Can we do Champions League? Barca? Yeah. Olmo? Olmo is back in the building. I don't think I'm going to go on that leap, but... Possible alignment, yeah. Maybe I go Louis. Bit of a hunch for Team 1, but isn't it? Maybe we go Doku just to be safe, but... Sané versus Ajax is good. Yeah, maybe I'm overlooking Sané Ajax. Galatasaray were looking good, weren't they? Newcastle defence is risky AF. I think Charlie said to me, or it might have been Graham, I'm sure it was Charlie, that Trippier missed for like the flu. They're at home, so there's no like travelling or anything. So if he's Harry Trades is in the building, good to see you. And there's a wee bit of love in the chat for Harry, so good to see you. If you're not subbed to Harry, click on his wee face in the chat, hit the sub button. There's a bunch of you joining us as well, good to see you. Manuel Henrique started 2 months ago and actually got first place in limited Div 1 Challenger this week. No problem, Manuel. Thanks for the help in the live stream. No problem, mate. Thank you. Charlie reckons Murphy starts. Yeah, that's the Premier League, but you know, like I don't think Athletic Club are. I think it's good for Newcastle personally. I think it's a really good fixture at home. Trippier trained today. Yeah, Bruges are good. I'd go Doku. Yeah, Bruges aren't bad, are they? Jackers, Sabe, Michele, Ordonez. Like I'm not sure. Like Barca are creating chances, man. Ferran right wing, it reckons. Lewandowski. Also, maybe Ferran's rather safe. What did this have? Oh, Yamal. That can't be right, surely. Kubarsi rested. Lewandowski got a few minutes last time out. Cautious with him. Start the weekend. Ferman subbed off early. Update. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's a risk not worth taking for Team 1. We just go Doku for safety. But again, safety with Pep Roulette, you know, like... well done, Cameron M. 20-month member by Harry Trades. I'd love to see it. Oh. Joaquin Calvez with some intel there on the Sporting Lisbon striker. And we get to the extra spot. And something like Barrenechea, look at Barrenechea's scores. Jose Mourinho, I think his first match in charge of Benfica was this Chelsea game, because he went Chelsea-Porto, first 2 matches, I'm sure. So it's really this L5 is Enzo under Jose. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. And a nice kind of array of sample size there of the fixtures. Sudakov's maybe a bit more. Yeah, we still get Sané. We could go double striker. That's maybe going to hinder us, but we've got McSauce. Not even looked at Xavi Simons, by the way. I did fancy him to, like, Xavi Simons is good for AA, and if he gets a decisive, like, this feels like the sort of game that Xavi Simons could do well in. So I think he's, yeah, I think Xavi Simons is very much in the fold for this. And then I'll maybe take a wee step back. Oh, we're 8 points over the cap. Harry Trades is flipping around. He's looking at this Doku on a 60. If we go with Louis, we'll be maxed to the max. Or even Sane, by the way. Boom. Oh, wow. Bang on 370. This is the team. I think I have to captain Marino because I just fancy Marino to like get a hat-trick or something. I think there's really good captain candidates all over the place here. I fancy Newcastle for the win. I think this is like my best team. I think this is really good. Maxed out on XP. I've got collection bonus on all these guys individually. All super high level cards for the most part. I'm really happy with that team, by the way. Simon's a shit. Yeah, mate, home at Copenhagen for Tottenham. He's a dribbler, he's a chance creator, and if he just gets one decisive, he can do 70 plus, no bother at all, and that is job done, really. Goalkeeper 2, let's go Luis Jr. Robbo in a big match, we've got Gasarowski, Mosquera. Mosquera's definitely a solid shout. Botman. Yeah, see, I really do like the Newcastle defence play. I'm going to go Botman and probably Mosquera. I like that. Midfield, I really like FDJ. I'll probably play him in this team with Bernie, probably. Yeah, so let's go FDJ and Bernie. Maybe McTominay will be the last. Yeah, and then we go. I think I can play Doku here. That's quite fine. And last man. I like Llorente against USG. He could get a decisive, and that's a match he could have a lot of AA in. McTominay, I think the attacking midfield spot against a team like Frankfurt is pretty good, to be honest with you. I don't mind that at all. Captain, I'm kind of looking at De Jong. I think De Jong could just do everything in this game. His AA is really on it right now. And in a game like this, he could get an assist or a goal. Something like that quite comfortably. I think maybe McTominay. Because he's got AA and he is decisive capable in that team because he is the target man off of Højlund. Yeah, maybe McTominay. Debut captaincy. Oh, big call. Yeah, let's do that. That's a really good team too. Absolutely, you can. I think these are chatting to each other there, sorry. That's a good team too. I'm quite fond of that. And then team 3, we'll look at really Tag against PSG. If Bayern do well, he'll be fine. I've still got Lenormand, I think could do quite okay. Like okay. Tapsoba could do alright. Benfica probably don't score that many. Yeah, I think we could go like Tapsoba, Lenormand. I want to use Llorente. And then Ferran needs to play, I think. I do like some of these other candidates as well, but yeah, I think Ferran needs to play. And then up front, I mean, they maybe just play Lewandowski with him. And we just kind of run on the Barca attack, whether it's for the full game or whether, you know. We don't really have any better forward options there, do we? Am I jumping the gun there? Cherki, okay, if we could just go Cherki or Larson. It'd be kind of rude not to play Larson in a team, wouldn't it? Cherki, we know, doesn't matter if he starts or comes off the bench, he's capable of anything. And he could be good when he comes off the bench as well. Dortmund are tiring and stuff. I'm kind of talking myself into Cherki time. Who would be our extra spot? Soboslai could score very well against Real Madrid, regardless of the result, really. Like, he could get a lot of AA and then get just like an assist or something, even if they lost like 2-1 or, you know, I'm not saying they will, but got to imagine the kind of negative situation here. So yeah, I may be looking at him. I like Bayern Ashea at home, but I do have Leverkusen versus Benfica. I don't really care about that too much. Maybe some of you guys do. Maybe a Dortmund midfielder could be a wee outside play. Leimer could be a wee outside play as well. He's been scoring very well. Away to PSG though, I'm not sure that's a game to really lean into. I'm not sure he's had big performances in big matches yet. Yeah, PSG 25 points in Club World Cup, for example. Where was Soboslai playing for Liverpool again? Soboslai, Liverpool, Cam. Yeah, I think I'd maybe go with Soboslai in the Cam. I'd probably captain him just for everything he offers. with his form, etc. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Missed the cap. Yeah, I don't need to hit it. I don't need to hit it. That Sané one was just like pretty perfect anyway. This says Bruno G at 40%. Have we missed an update? Uh-oh. Deadline drama. Yeah. Bruno G out. Questionable with illness. Uh-oh. Charlie or Graham, if any are here. Uh-oh. As soon as we finish the teams, man. As soon as we finish the teams. So who would I take Bruno out for? Team 2. Yeah, I'm probably looking at Bernie. Or McSauce. That target man element's kind of grown on me. I think I would maybe move McSauce into this. If he's questionable, I just kind of want to sideline him altogether. I just think McTominay is less likely to get subbed. Is kind of part of my thinking with this also. And then into this team, who do I want to bring up from here? Maybe Ferran, Soboslai, Llorente. Llorente's at home. I think I would probably opt to move him up the pecking order. Bernie. And I guess with that little change, I'd maybe go Captain Doku, because he's just one decisive is kind of what we kind of need him to work, don't we? And when he works, he hits pretty hard. So yeah, we don't mind that. And then let's just put Soboslai into the midfield spot here. And then we're back to fixing this for an extra. We've still got Gasarowski as of yet unused. Baranashea, I don't mind either. Maybe Cherky is the play. We just go Cherky and Louis. Ferran, we're just rolling with the punches. It is team 3. There's no divisions or relegations or anything. And again, yeah, let's just go for it, man. And Captain Cherky, why the hell not, man? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So yeah, our top team is maxed out, which is lovely. And then the other teams are, I'm quite happy with them, actually. Right, let's have a look at the Europa League and see what's going on in there. This is probably, let's just hit another little hit of the refresh. Just double check Champions League quickly, because that Newcastle one wasn't top. We had Arsenal updated 3 minutes ago. Marino's still there. Mosquera's still there. So that's me happy. Anything else, watch out for it. We have Chelsea updated a few seconds ago. I think that's maybe just the notes are updated perhaps. It looks like the same team to me. Atletico Madrid updated 8 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't really see any difference. Sorted. Right, let's get to Europa. Right, we've got Strumpgratz taking on Forest. Now, Forest should smash them. I've seen them at Celtic Park. They were no big shakes. Roska scored an absolute worldie, I'm sure, or was it Horvat? It was one of them. An absolute peach. They've got the number 1 goalkeeper back fit now. Maybe that changes things a little bit. I think Forest absolutely ripped them apart here. Ndoye, Kalimuendo and MGW looks to be the front 3. Yates, Sangar, Elliot Anderson in midfield. Strong enough defence, I guess. I just don't have any exposure to it. So I'm on Forest attack, I suppose. But yeah, that should be a big one for Forest, I think. I don't think Strumpgratz were good at all. Villa are at home at Tel Aviv. No Tel Aviv fans in the building, of course, as you probably know, it's been well reported on. Super John McGinn, Jadon Sancho, 2 of my cards are there to play. Big score potentially for someone like Morgan Rogers. Ollie Watkins could get a hat-trick in a game like this. You've got to think on in theory. And then your guys like Konsa, Cash. There could be some really good scores out of Villa, by the way. On the quiet, we've got Braga Genk. Braga team going for it a bit, by the way. They're at home. If this is the way they go, they will be pushing the boat out for it. And yeah, 2 former Celtic players going head to head. O versus Lagerbielke, that's interesting. And yeah, this could really go either way. Really hard to call that. Braga love being at home, obviously, so home advantage might favour them there. Bologna at home to Bran, who smashed Rangers last time out. Ferguson's in, Skorupski's in, Bernadeschi back in the building. A few decent players there. Pau are at home to Young Boys. Giacomakis on to play, Zivkovic on to play, Dejan Lovren, Pavlenka, Baba. There's a little bit of a stack there for Pau. Young Boys have got some cards himself. Hadjam scores really well. Sadi Janko, former Celtic fullback, in for them as well. Ryan Ravelisson, former LA Galaxy player. Malmo Panathinaikos. We've got a Panathinaikos team here to look at for any that want it. Swiderski and Tete. Yeah, fun little Panathinaikos team there. Betis Leon. This is quite a big game. Rodrigo Riquelme, Fornals, Roca, Sergi Altamaria, and Anthony. Really good midfield in there for Betis. Valentin Gomez moving into centre-back from... He was playing left-back, was he not? Am I wrong? Valle expected to play this one. And Bakambu up front for Cucho. And yeah, Leon haven't been... Yeah, this will be interesting. I think the Betis could be quite good here. Good for their good players. Very good match for their good players is probably the way of putting it. Don't know what to think about that Leon team. Utrecht take on Porto. Seb Haller up front, Barkas in goals. Guys in the middle are all kind of meh. El Karauni at left back, Miguel Rodriguez right wing could be difference makers. But Porto looking pretty good. Farioli's boys flying high at the top of the, or up amongst the top anyway. I'm not sure the exact table at the moment in Portugal right now. Perpic coming in for Kiwior. I don't know if it's an injury thing or whatever. Eustachio for forehold. Gabri Vega's into play, as is Borja Sainz. I love to see that. And yeah, Diego Costa in the nets. Loves a clean sheet. Good goalkeeper battle here potentially. Salzburg at home at Go Ahead Eagles. This Alabegovic is getting some headlines. He's maybe somebody to watch out for. Clement Bischoff, former Brøndby player, isn't he? Maybe coming into his own all of a sudden. Liner, I think, has been scoring very well for them. Terzic, we know, can play very well. So Salzburg have got some weapons here, but Go Ahead Eagles are not without guys themselves. But as I say that, no Jacob Bream, of course. But yeah, this will be an interesting one. Probably fancy Salzburg on paper. They've got the kind of European kind of heritage. They've done this type of football for a number of years within the building, the infrastructure, the staff, the preparation that goes into the game, etc. The fans, they're at home. If you've got Salzburg, I think you maybe worth stacking them. Celtic away to Midtjylland. Midtjylland are actually top of the Europa League right now. And God knows how this game's going to go, quite frankly, to be honest with you. I think the predicted team for Celtic here is pretty spot on. I can't really argue with any of this. I think this is exactly how we will line up for the game. And I think we could win, really, to be honest with you. Midtjylland are not without their own threat. And I say they're top of the Europa League. And I'm probably being biased, but sorry, I've got a wee itch in my leg. But I think we're going to win. I think we're looking good. Could be goals for both teams, of course. I'm not going to say it's a clean sheet victory or anything, but you know, I think we could do well against this midfield. Philip Billings, no big shakes. Cho, who is linked to Celtic, as we know, is a bit of a target man. Ju, of course, has been doing fantastic this year. Osorio has been ripping. But I don't know, I fancy our boys. I think guys like Tineke and Negren, obviously used to play in the Danish league, and Engels will like stand above these guys. I think McGregor especially as well is in legend mode, it feels like. So yeah, I think Celtic win that personally. That's the way I'm feeling coming into the game. Biases and all. Nice-Freiburg is a nice game as well. No Grifo. Manzambe in our game to further enhance his reputation, you think. Atibolu in goals for Freiburg. Yeah, Nicholas Bestie on the right wing. Isaac Janssen, who was linked to Celtic in the summer, playing on right wing. And yeah, the rest of the Nice team, if Harry was here, he could maybe tell us a wee bit about them all. But Jeremy Boga leading the line there alongside Kevin Carlos. Red Star at home to Lille. Lille are always good value for it. And Igaman has been ripping in France. Would not put it past him. Red Star again, I've seen Celtic play them. No big shakes. Lyon could really put the squeeze on them. Could be a very good game overall for Lille, even though they're away from home. Stuttgart Feyenoord. This is a fun one as well. Very good Europa League level fixture. Very open. Mittelstadt could rip. Stiller as well. I've seen, like I've referenced a bunch of times on the channel, I watched Stuttgart Fenerbahce and I thought Stuttgart were very unimpressive. But Feyenoord being away puts the ball in the Stuttgart court, I think, for in terms of the, you know, controlling the game, etc. Ueda is yet to score big goals in big games. He's been kind of doing it against the wee boys in Holland. Does he show up in a game like this? Hwang in the bum back in the building. Leo Sawyer, you know, I think he's got a bit of a future. First choice centre backs together again. And yeah, like this forward line for Stuttgart, like watch this, they'll score 5 now, but they're not that ferocious. You know, Lewing, Thiago Tomas, Buonanni I've not seen much of, so I can't really speak on him, but these are guys are not like wild, you know, like rippers. They do have a lot of quality in and behind them though. And yeah, it'll be an interesting game to see how it goes. No forecast from me on that one. Rangers take on Roma. Roma, one of the few teams that take on Celtic and Rangers in this tournament, alongside Strumpf Graz and somebody else. And yeah, Rangers are probably going to keep with the same sort of shape they've been doing recently, and the forecast reckons they're going to go more attacking, with Mikey Moore coming in more of a 3-4-3 shape. Good game for Tavernier cards, I would say. You'll get a lot of set pieces in a game like this, you would think. Not too sure about the rest of the situation. Maybe it could be good for your Raskin cards. Don't know if they score many goals. No Dybala, but Pellegrini could rip. Sula loves a screamer. Strong defence, first choice keeper. Yeah. Don't think Rangers win it, obviously. But I'm not sure they lose. Because Roma, I don't know, Roma should be too good for them, I guess. But I don't know. I've just got this funny wee feeling Roma aren't. Maybe Roma, I think actually Roma not at the top of the league, actually. I'm just kind of checking myself here. Roma not absolutely smashing it right now. Oh, great shift, Charlie boy. Well, they're up in amongst it. Yeah, 21 points. Yeah, Roma are doing not too bad. They lost at the weekend to Milan. Maybe that's what's in the back of my head. And they're only narrowly beaten teams. Yeah, they're not ripping it, but they beat Inter. Wow. Yeah, Fiorentina again, no big shit. The teams, some of the teams are beaten are right down the bottom, but it's still all the same. You know, going well, going strong. So yeah, big Dov bike in the building. Fenerbahce, my kind of in-stack team of the season so far. Yeah, that's kind of how I was reading it coming into it. So yeah, let's hope that's nailed on. Talisca is always one to watch out for, but against Pilsen away, wouldn't be surprised if he started. Basel at home to Steaua Bucharest should be a big one for Shaqiri. Ajeti's on to play, thankfully. Danulic, my cheap centre back I picked up as a boss. Matinho's in. I've got a wee stack here, by the way. If I got the goalkeeper, I've got an SO4 there, which is just funny. For Basel, we've then got Zagreb take on Celta. Bakrar's on to play. Celta have Aspas back. I think Celta are taking this seriously. Don't know how to read this. Tough game. Let's see how it goes. 6-pointer for both. And then there's Ferencvaros Ludogorets. We don't have any predicted lineups for that. Well, we've got the Conference League, and I'll maybe skip through this one a little bit sharper. I don't think we'll have as great a coverage for it. But we've got Palace AZ. Teams are on screen here. Palace looking pretty strong. Souza coming in for that midweek utility. We spoke about that before on the channel. JD Canvo as well, getting some minutes. Wharton, some of the strong players remain. AZ no pushovers. Athens against Shamrock. We've got an Athens team. Luka Jovic leading the line with Koita. Wow. Marko Grujic. How is he scoring, by the way? Not that great. It's only European football we get for this league, which is why the Greek ones are always a wee bit interesting when you see them come up, because it's kind of like, oh, you know, could you get a wee bit of midweek utility out of some of them? Razvan Marin, ripping it. Strakosa in goals. There's Koita, 91. Of course he is. James Penrice, former Hearts player, 71. That's quite cool to see. And what was the game they had before? Against Kielce. Some guy called Kovacevic who seems to have cards. I'll go down that rabbit hole in a second. Yeah, Grujic 31, Luka Jovic. Yeah, maybe the team looks better than what it is, perhaps. This guy's interesting though, playing in the Slovenian league. He's got a big head MLS card for a $5 on the market right now. Wow, by the way, this guy's a wee midweek sneaky one, isn't he? Franko Kovacevic. That's fun. That is fun. I wonder who they're playing. They're playing Legia at home. He might be fun, by the way. After that, we've got Mainz taking on Fiorentina. Fiorentina have just sacked their manager this morning, so God knows what happens with this. Dzeko probably plays, but really beyond that, God knows. Yeah. Mainz I fancy at home. German teams at home in Europe, I think they'll be, you know, they'll have the support behind them. Fiorentina are on the ropes. I think the Mainz fans will be really up for beating a team like Fiorentina. So I fancy Mainz if you've got any players or stacks, maybe back that. This is Bratislava players, if you want to use them. We've then got Polish versus a Macedonian team. We don't have the lineups for it. Same with Legia Kielce. But we've then got Vallecano taking on Lech Poznan. Luis Palma is expected to play, as is Milic and Moutinho for Lech Poznan, who are away to Rayo Vallecano. Fran Perez. Oh, I should maybe get a Fran Perez if I need one. Oh, there's a few if I need them cards I can get. This is maybe kind of fun. We may have a wee bit of degen moments here. Sergio Cameo leading the line. He's one of our guys. We're a big fan of him. Oscar Trejo can do well in a game like this also. But Palma takes the set pieces and stuff. So if anything comes for Poznan, he could just smash anyway, which is cool. We've got a predicted team for the other team from Poland, Rakow. They've got 2 players on to play. Shakhtar Donetsk are at home to an Icelandic team, Breiðablik. That's how I see it. That's not going to change. So there you go. There's the Shakhtar team. Lincoln Red Imps are at home to Rijeka. Rijeka cards could smash. Tony Fruk, all eyes on you. Dejan Petrovic is threatened to be good at Sorare before. And who knows where he's at right now. But good game. Oh, now I don't know who Samsonspor are playing. Ham Run Spartans. I'm going to guess they're from Scandinavia. Maybe Denmark or Norway. No, it can't be Denmark. Maybe Norway or Sweden, Finland. Something like that. Carlo Hosa has been smashing. Musaba can score very well. Kokchu, the goalkeeper. I can't say his name, but the goalkeeper, we know him. Maybe some sneaky scorers for Samsonspor in there. That's interesting. Strasbourg away to Häcken. Kendry Paez, could be a good one for him. European game. We can have a rival match, SO5 wise. Good team elsewhere for Strasbourg. You know what they're built like. Häcken, I think the players that they got them to qualify, I think they sold a lot of them, so I don't think they're going to be that threatening personally. Rapid Vienna's team is on screen for anyone that's after it. They're at home to Cracovia of Poland as well. Lausanne Sport take on Nicosia. Lausanne Sport's team is here. Theo Bear up front, Brandon Soppy at right back, for anyone that's interested. Aberdeen are away to AEK Larnaca, who have played 2-1-2 in the Conference League, not to be underestimated. But Nisbet, Jesper Karlsson, Adil Ayushi, even Stuart Armstrong for me now is in the reckoning here. Like, Aberdeen should really have enough for them, but they've beat some big teams. I forget who they've done already, but they've beat some big teams already. AEK Larnaca, maybe Olympiacos and somebody else of that kind of build. But you've got to think Aberdeen have got the minerals to have a big game here, but probably won't have it. And then there's some games at the bottom we just don't have the predicted lineups for. So let me go and have a wee look at my team, see if I need a Franko Kovacevic in my ranks or not. Jokin Kitano is a gem. Kiwi hours of rotational rest. A lot of good chat coming in on the live chat. Thanks to everyone watching us live. If you could smash the like button, goes a long way to supporting the channel. Very much appreciate it. I think my in-seasons I'm not going to mess with too much. They're quite like Team 1 is the Shaqiri sandwich here, which is just a good team. Team 2, all these guys are on to play. Just kind of back them. Team 3 is a Celtic build, but I've got Barkas in goals. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then Team 4 is Captain Taliska. We're riding on that. Mitov is away to Larnaca. And I went with Archie Brown because I think he's more attacking than Semedo in here. With Vega and a Jetty. And then we've got a limited team with the Forest midfielders. Jadon Sancho taking on Tel Aviv. And then Semedo's just nailed along with Schmeichel. And then I've got like dregs of like subs, and Sarachi probably plays. Maybe it's Tierney. Maybe both of them play, but one starts, one comes off the bench. Who knows? Same with the likes of Forest and whatever. So got a bit of coverage there. And yeah, I already did classic teams to the extent where I've got a Celtic build, and then I tried to do a kind of best of the rest. So maybe I'll revisit this, because Amiri, yeah, I still back that, but maybe Ueda. And I've picked Palma for the obvious reasons. Same with John McGinn, Danulic, etc. But let's see if there's anyone I've overlooked that I would maybe want to upgrade into this team now all of a sudden. Lewis Ferguson at home to Brand could be very good. Is he better than Ueda away to Germany? It's maybe quite tight actually. We've got Rodrigo Riquelme. I do have Sergio Cameo. I could just play both the forwards against each other. It's maybe a move. Yeah, I don't actually have as many abundant options as I would have thought. I think I do have Giacomakis lying around. Maybe I've put that. Yeah, I had a kind of Celtic Bad Batch team already kind of put together. Maybe I didn't delete that before we came on today. No, I didn't. So I did my All-Stars. I'm trying to get them just back into D1 for these two. So I did a Celtic team, which I'll probably stick with. I'm not going to mess with that, but with Captain Depay in it. And then I did a Bad Batch team with Paul Lopez in it, in case he plays. I know he won't. But the Bad Batch team can be alright. They're all kind of projected to start, and games aren't terrible. We don't have any other goalkeeper options that are worth deploying, really. So that's kind of fine. It's a 4-man team. If it got relegated, I would be annoyed. but I think it should score well enough that it doesn't get relegated, and I'm just kind of hoping that it could freakishly maybe get promoted. Maybe that's a bit naive of me. But yeah, when I look at European League all season, yeah, I'm really, just because of the goalkeepers, I've only got Mitov. I know I'm going to stick with a lot of these guys. It's just really this extra spot is what I'm toying with at this point. I've got some options, don't I? Like, Armstrong could score well, but it's hard to really back that. Is that easier to back, though, maybe than Ueda? It probably is. Ferguson's maybe the easiest one to back because he's at home. Yeah, I might go Lewis Ferguson. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to put him in the Amiri spot, but just so he's next to McGinn. So it's like Scottish midfield, you know. And then we'll put Captain Amiri up here next to Palma. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change any of that. And as you can see, it does get quite thin. I have used guys, obviously, in the All-Star competitions that you just seen. But that's all fine and well and good. Now, I've got a giveaway team or two to build as well. So I've still got limited. I've got one limited Schmeichel that I've not used. And I think that might be it. So I've got a limited team to build. I could use this as a limited giveaway team, but I thought, nah, let's just try and get that to work for me, and then the giveaway team can just be the giveaway team. It's not like accented with like the Celtic collection like that is. So let's see who we've got. Hamrunner from Malta, love it. Thank you, Mikey Basson. Palace away, AEK Larnaca. That's the thing that they won. So we've got a D1 All-Star team here for giveaway. So we've got a Kasper Schmeichel we can play in goals, which is fun. We've still got Gasarowski, by the way. That's actually a really... And Rafa Marin. That's a defence, isn't it? Rafa Marin, Gasarowski. That's a really good defence for this competition, I think. Really good midfielder options. We could play Santi away at Vasco. I think he could do pretty well. High XP and all the rest of it. We've got Baranashea, we've got Sudakov, we've got McGregor, we've got Camavinga. Acevedo's kind of petered out after a few good scores. We've got some of those Champions League guys and Europa League guys that we've seen already. So some decent midfielder options. O'Reilly's maybe a bit punty. Camavinga could be fun. Sol is expected to play against Flamengo, and Sol, if he starts, is good. 2nd versus 8th. Yeah, maybe Sol's worth playing. And with Santirod 9th and 6th, he's at home, being the 6th place team. Conrad Leimer against Sudakov, Baranashea. These guys are quite nailed. What Alvarez are we talking about, Josh Seven? Sorry, there's a few of them going around this game week. Yeah, Roma's on top right now. Yeah, Roma could be good to smash. McGregor could be good for a big score. I think Baranashea is a really solid mid pick, but we've got some more ambitious ones. Sudakov hasn't done it since Mourinho's came back in yet, but you know, if he was to get a bit of his regular 80 and finally get a goal or an assist or something, kind of want him in a team, don't I? So maybe I just play him on that basis. I'll whiff Baranashea. I don't think we'll be playing double forward, will we? And we're not going to go triple defence. We've got Ueda for kind of safety. We have another Palma. I think Palma's probably the play just because of the AA profile. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is just Palma, foregone conclusion. Maybe even Luis Diaz, by the way. We do have Dan and Doy. And, oh, João Pedro. Oh, yeah, João Pedro away at Qarabag. By the way, this giveaway team could be ace. I'm going to go for Enzo. Oh, actually, let's play him on the same side as Sudakov. Pardon me, Gasarowski. I'm tempted by Sol, but he plays for Flamengo, doesn't he? Yeah, he's away. It's the only thing that... How's he done away from home for Flamengo? Well, he's actually done alright away from home. Can't do bad, obviously, but that was off the bench. That was against Corinthians. What happened in that game? They won 2-1. Interesting. That's not good. I think I remember playing him in that game, in fact. So Sol's a funny one. Sudakov's maybe a bit safer. Moutinho's probably quite safe, actually, at home to Steaua Bucharest. He could have just one of his kind of better games. Yeah, when he gets into that 60 realm. But is that D1 ambition? Is that D1 ambition? Rodrigo Riquelme could be D1 ambition. So could another Dortmund midfielder. If Dortmund were to score against City, you wouldn't rule it out, would you? I don't know if I want to back it. That's probably the thing where it stops me. Yeah, this is a tough one. So anything this team wins, I give away to the channel members as an FYI. We've got some stuff to craft as well for channel members right around the corner. I guess Santi-Rod at home just makes the most sense. Like set piece guy at home. Massive collection scored, etc, etc. And then that takes us to the final spot where, again, we're kind of looking at the same cards, I guess, aren't we? Kind of looking at, yeah, Palma or Sudakov. I'm kind of thinking Palma can just be cheeky, but he could be rubbish against a La Liga team. He could be minging. So yeah, let's stay away from Palma just in case that happens. Is there anyone hiding down here maybe that we've overlooked? Sergio Cameo. I hope at Poznan. I just don't think he can spike that hard beyond like a 65. Just don't think he's got much AA about him. Whereas we could take Sudakov and like he could, especially if Benfica got like a famous result. I'm talking myself into Sudakov, so I'm just doing it. And I think you have to captain João Pedro playing Quarabag, don't you? Feels a bit folly as I do it. Feels like Barrenechea should be captain. João Pedro's got a point to prove, I think. And a big Champions League performance is something that'll mean something to him. He's not had much Champions League in his career to this point. I think things like that play a factor in people's personal motivation. Harry Eaton, welcome to the club, mate. He's picked up his season ticket. So if you're a season ticket member, like Harry's just picked his up. It's £4 a month, £1 a week. I give away all my limited stuff to the channel members. How much essence do we have sitting in the kitty right now? 250, so not much. This game week, what are we coming out with? Essence wise for limited. Oh, we'd have enough to craft one for the midweek, but I think we're going to wait until we get into international break and we'll do a lot of crafting. We'll have a lot of giveaway stuff. I've also got a Telegram group. Telegram's just like WhatsApp and Discord, but probably a lot better. I think it's a lot better. You'll find the link to that on the channel homepage, going on the members tab. And we've got MFL action, exclusive early access content, which kind of dwindled recently because we've been really busy and everything has to just kind of go out ASAP for channel members. But Harry, thank you very much for picking up that membership. It really does mean a lot. It makes a big difference to me. It goes all the way to supporting me and all the content I do, mate. And we do gallery reviews every Thursday, so if you're after gallery strategy review content, Harry, we'll see you on Thursday for that, my man. Schlotterbeck now up to 60%. He's definitely travelling. There's no two ways about that. UK trending news, good to see you. I think I'm quite happy with my teams. Maybe a wee bit of movement, but you know, it's team 3. I'm kind of happy just with those kind of questionable guys to maybe go as they are, unless we get some news that grabs us before the deadline. And yeah, I was close to degenning on another Celtic player. I've sent a bid out on in-season Schmeichel. I think it's just getting patched. But Pug Trader just flat out rejected it. It's basically everything in my wallet. I'll be winning another $20 tonight, so that'll change things. But it's just if I could get... I was thinking if I got in-season Schmeichel in before the deadline... And we even found some other cheat codey guys, by the way. Did I maybe overlook one of them? No, maybe not for this team. It's not really that. Yeah, like, oh, I better go and buy a cheat code guy for it. I've got a few guys I can play and run with. I'm happy enough with that. Celtic team, a kind of best of the rest outfit. So on and so forth. Yeah, it's maybe like goalkeeper. If there was like Mamadashvili was mad cheap, I'd maybe think about getting him. But I think he's still at 30 quid and he's going to get dropped soon enough. So... but again, Schmeichel, if I got an in-season Schmeichel, that would make like this situation better, and then I'd have a Barkas free, then that would knock something else free, and then this team would be perfect then with Barkas and goals, wouldn't it? So if I could make that team better and something else better, I just fancied trying that, but I don't think I'll be able to get a Schmeichel in before the deadline, and I don't really want to overspend on it. I will probably, yeah, it's between him and McGregor. I could get a McGregor in, couldn't I, as well, but the in-season goalkeeper, it's just a thing, isn't it? You just kind of need to have access to it with these big team stacks, big collection bonuses, etc. So yeah, I sent offers to both these guys and I've patched it. I wonder if Venom Main would accept an offer. I'm just going to ping him one now, see if he accepts it. It's a wee bit under, but again, these guys have got to know that market credits are around. I have market credits to pay 80. Obviously, they're not going to be taking market credits off me. But when you're on the secondary market, that is a dynamic you need to contend with right now, you know. Credits are in play. And McGregor, like, I kind of want McGregor really cheap. Maybe a bit stingy on what I want to spend on a McGregor. Again, I could get him for 54. Classics are dirt cheap. And I don't actually have all of his classics, which is a funny thing. And do you know, one thing I did find actually I don't know if I'd say motivational, right? But when I look at McGregor rares and I look at card editions, this is a guy that doesn't... I'm not including the Neon Christmas, right? The ones that don't move, because I'm just not. But and same with the Halloween ones, he just doesn't actually have that many, like, I've ticked early access here, get rid of them. He doesn't actually have that many. Like, this is mine that I've got, it's the Champion Edition. McGregor doesn't actually have that many special editions. Like, period. Think about all the stuff we've had over the years for, like, say, like, even Champion Edition. We had a few editions of that. Celtic only got it 1 year out of maybe, I think they did it over 3 years, sporadically. And I've seen the Egg Swap bot has an in-season McGregor special edition, one of the few that exist. And I thought, oh, maybe I fancy that. Not a big fan of the squares. I don't have any other special edition Celtic in-season, so he would stand out in that regard, which is fine. You know, don't really care about that. Don't think it really puts pressure on my collection or anything. Don't need it for the points. But that may be motive. If I'm going to spend a bit more on a McGregor, then I could stomach that, I guess, is kind of what I'm driving at here. Will Tielemans be ready after internationals? I don't know UK trends. I'm sorry, mate. I'm not that close to it. I think Santonio was going to accept a 50 quid offer on it. I could obviously get it for like 50 quid. I've got like 20 quid market credits plus the cash. So I don't know if I maybe send a wee offer for that. Egg swap bot, see if he bites. And if I got that, makes this Celtic limited team better, ultimately, just the trickle down, because something will come out of this team 3 and go into team 4, and then something out of team 4 probably doesn't get in this team, so it'll move down to this team, whether it be Vega or Talisca, really, which is fine. Does it really make a big difference on this? Maybe, yeah. I think McGregor could... It's a 90-minute game as well, is what I'm thinking about. Like, Maeda might only play 60 minutes. Played 109, I think, at the weekend. Kenny, again, I don't think you can expect him to play the full 90. We don't even know if Osman's going to be registered for the game. Iheanacho could be on the bench. We're still to get the pre-match from Celtic on this one. I hope they give Thursday a later deadline. That would be really good. If they gave Thursday a later deadline, that would be really good. Again, please, sorry if you're listening. Do we have a difference on the deadlines up here? Maybe I'll click on this specifically. Do we get an explicit deadline? Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice if they moved that again. It'd be really nice. Oy, oy. But yeah, I'm cooking, man. I'm buzzing for this midweek. I've got a lot of good options. And yeah, toying with the McGregor degen still. Toying with the Schmeichel's an eventuality, I think. The goalkeeper utility. You just kind of need it if you're me. With everything I've got going on, I can't get a classic Schmeichel at the price it's at, and the price in season's at, it's really like, okay, I should just get it now. But if nobody accepts my little offer right now, I've got cash coming tonight anyway, so what am I really missing out on this midweek? Not too much. So yeah, we $20 but from my cursed European outfit, which is something, a wee bit of cash back for buying Vega, Signs and Archie Brown, as well as Kratzig, who didn't feature in the team. And look at this, guys, by the way. Road to Glory Limited Premier League is finished on 359.59 points. Opta, please. We need half a point. Half a point will do it for anyone. And then we're streaking. We got promoted, which is cool, but how painful is that? Half a point off of it in the end, which is gutting. The Sunderland boys should have went a lot closer considering the positive result they got, but SO5 didn't really favour them. And you know, every time I look at this, like, he's got a couple of, I guess Jacob, he's maybe lost a point. I think there's been up to adjustments, but I'm still not there. Where am I? Because And I'm now at 359.08. I've actually lost half a point in Opta adjustments. So I now essentially need 1 full point. I did need half a point, but I now need a full point. Sorry, Opta, if you were in the mail cashing that for me. We need a full point now, sorry. To cash that in. But yeah, gutting, man. La Liga wasn't too far away. No Opta adjustment to save us. And yeah, I won't be crafting this midweek. I'll be kind of holding my crafts for when we get to international break. I've got a good pile of rare essence already. I want to build and add on that. I want to get some more limited essence for you guys for giveaways. And we do have a new doggy for giveaway. Someone's already won it, but they've not claimed it yet. So I am eager to get that given away ASAP. And I think beyond that, do we have anything else ready for giveaway? At limited, yeah, we do. So there's another giveaway that's live. If you go back to the Thursday stream for the giveaways for the members, and leave a comment on that stream, we've got this Cy Van Weersemarken giveaway card. So get involved in that, guys. We've got one sitting there ready to go, as well as the Udogi that was donated to us. And yeah, we have actually some other ones. We've got Asan Diuse, Sahite. We've got a bunch of them. I think these will be on 5 days ago. Yeah, these will be on the comment section for the one we did on Thursday. So the Thursday one I think actually has... Yeah, we've not did the Psy giveaway yet. Yeah, these two guys are associated with the Thursday show. Again, if you go and just listen to it as background noise or whatever, I'll probably explain it at the time. Feel free to go and watch the crafting session segments of it. But yeah, we've got a few giveaways locked and loaded already. The Udogi that was donated some stuff we've crafted, and we'll have another craft or two right around the corner. So plenty of giveaway action for all the channel members. O'Brien for Tarkey. Yeah, probably. I think the defence, I'm probably just going to buy more Sunderland defenders maybe if I do that. I've had a wee glance into the weekend already. I'm not sure if I've built teams and deleted them or... Yeah, I kind of only have... Yeah, I kind of looked ahead to the weekend. I've kind of only got 2 teams this weekend. I think the third team... I'll be doing Road to Glory. I'll look at this properly probably later today, if not tomorrow. But... Yeah, like... O'Brien and Ronaldo's playing Arsenal. It's not particularly great. Yeah, the midfield is dead. When I play the 2 lineups I've got elsewhere, and then yeah, I can maybe play double forward, double defence. But yeah, I need technically an in-season mid if I'm going double mid in these 2 games. So yeah, I've got a wee bit of surgery to do with Road to Glory between Premier League and Bundesliga. So stay tuned for Road to Glory. So I have a lot of market strategy, limited, hot streak, targeting on a budget content coming out over the course of the week. We'll see if any of these, this little D-Gen offer I've sent out there gets a response. It probably won't. If it does, maybe have a wee bit of last minute. Yeah, I'm thinking Ballard. Ballard is kind of what I'm leaning towards. But I kind of need a midfielder, as you've seen there, actually. But yeah, Ballard, when I was watching the game again last night, like, if he's in, I was very impressed with him early season. And he continues to be impressive, so yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be hanging off with the buying of people and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll give that a wee minute to try and go through. And, have I got any missions to maybe have a wee gander at? I think I set them this morning with my wee morning kind of routine segment, yeah. Pass picker as well. Yeah, I think I kind of went for defenders in the end. I didn't have any great options, I think. Like maybe Soboslai. But yeah, I'm not sure anyone else is really going to dominate the ball enough. It's a really tough one. The pass picker for today. And decisive. Is that a Griezmann I see? I think I did that before I looked at all the teams and whatever. But yeah, we need a McTominay. We need a Marino. And then our last man for a decisive on the decisive picker. Maybe I just go Llorente. Yeah, I'm going to go Xavi Simons. I just think he's good for it against Copenhagen. It's a game a guy like Xavi Simons can just do well in, I think, quite easily, quite feasibly. The Ajax defender gets many passes, I think. Yeah, could do. Don't think Gala... Yeah, Gala might not dominate the ball. I could see that. Ajax could have the possession in the match. I could see it. I'm quite buzzing. Yeah, Shaqiri Lewandowski's just kind of whatever, isn't it? Forwards, maybe go a wee bit of begging. Don't think I'm really missing out on anything too much. Yeah. Otherwise, I think Louis starts, even if he doesn't. Him and Ferran, yada yada. Cherky's Cherky. Yeah, I'm good to go. Awesome. Thanks to everyone that tuned in to this today. Wish me luck with all the activities I've got going on later today. We'll be back live later tonight, this afternoon, evening, whatever, depending on where you're at, depending on where I'm at, for our MFL Cup quarterfinals. We've got three of them tonight, and we've got league action tonight, so we'll definitely be getting stuck into the thick of it with a wee bit of MFL match day watch along action. So stay tuned for that. And there'll be some more Sorare videos out over the next coming days. We'll be live on Thursday to do some member gallery strategy reviews, as we were chatting about before. Thanks again to Harry Eaton for picking up his membership, and thanks to all the channel members. It goes a long, long way to supporting me and all the content here. So I really do thank each and every one of you for all your support, and hopefully the giveaways are good fun, and hopefully we craft some better cards upcoming to make the giveaways even more rewarding for you guys that back and support the channel and the content. And yeah, good luck with the midweeks. Hope your rewards and your crafts tonight are good if you're going to be doing any of that yourself. And yeah, I'll see you Thursday, I'll see you Friday, I'll see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, everyone. Have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one.